Hello, my name is Ainsley MacArthur, and I am here to talk to you about the wonderful world of Hoopla. Hoopla is a free service offered through the Ottawa Public Library and many other libraries in the world and in Canada, which offers access to comics, music, film, and television on a monthly basis for free if you have a library card. Personally, I use this site very often. This is where I read a lot of my own comics, where I borrow movies if I am so inclined to. Typically, I will take everything out at the start of the month and read through those. You can see up here, I have gone to my limit, which is 6 books for our library. This limit typically depends on the budget, so libraries with a higher budget are able to offer more loans than libraries with smaller budgets. It just depends on who's offering it and where you are and how much money is allotted. Anyways, this is what the front of the library in quotations looks like. There's of course your own recently borrowed, which is what I'm reading through. As you can tell, it's all X-Men stuff right now. There is a recommended for you based on what you've taken out in the past, which in my case has been a lot of comics. There are favorites. I forgot I had Velocipaster in there. Now I'll check that out at some point. There are trending titles, binge passes, which are these collections of videos and documentary style stuff that you can also borrow for about 7 days. I believe 7 days is the typical for most media aside from comics. Popular comics, popular movies, popular television, popular music. If you can't afford Spotify, you can listen to your Swift here, or your Chapel Roan. I would say Chapel Roan personally, though. But I am not here to go into a huge deep dive of the Hoopla. I am here to explain the advanced search the best that I can. So, you're going to find your advanced search right underneath the search bar on top. It's pretty standard by how it goes. You can search by title, by people, by keywords. Keywords is typically what I will use. So, I'm just going to walk you through how to do it. For keywords, we're just going to do, let's go with fantasy. You can't go wrong with that. Apparently you can go wrong spelling it. Formats, of course. You can choose either comics, movies, music, television, or the binge passes. For this, I'm just going to choose movies. Publish or release dates if you want something with a specific date, or you know a date that something came out in the genre but you can't remember the title. This would work. So within the last 12 months, let's go that. Date added, so date added to the catalog, as you can see right there. I'm not going to select anything here. You can choose languages. Of course, I can't speak half of these languages. I know English and a little bit of French, so we're just going to do English. You can also search it by series if you know the series but you don't know the specific book or comic or whatever you're looking for. You can search it by publisher if you know the publishing house, if you know who might publish it. So for instance, in my case, I would use either Detective Comics or Marvel, as that's what I personally read, and I don't always know what I want to read. If you have the ISBN, you can search by ISBN, and I know that's so useful to us, because we sometimes have that, and sometimes that's all we have, or that's all we know that we have available. Or it's like the only, if you're looking for specific, like, old comics, it might be the only thing that you can actually pull from like an old copy. It's like, oh, I just got the ISBN, I can put that in, and it can find your thing. And then subject or genre. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So fantasy, horror, action, all that fun stuff. Political, just whatever tickles your fancy. If that's what you're looking for, you could put it in there. It's relatively simple. There's no use in Boolean operators. I'm actually going to take out the fantasy for the keywords, which is different from subject and genre. There's no real use for Boolean operators.